The two misconceptions about the job is that number one, you sit down and draw pretty pictures all day, and the second one is that you've got a fantastic wardrobe, because often you're so busy making clothes for everybody else that you just recycle the same old things for yourself. Fashion design's always been a part of my life. My label Elsie Jean is the name of my two nanas. One was a seamstress and the other one has been doing made-to-measure all her life. I used to dress up myself and my nana's dress stand when I was knee-high to a grasshopper. So, and I was making clothes for my Barbie doll as well. It was always, Barbie's not going to marry Ken. She's getting changed now, and now she's getting changed again. So I guess it's always been part of my life. I have a list of what I need to do for a day. Typically, it would involve going to at least 2 different places. There's a lot of driving around you have to do, so 24 hours generally isn't enough.
Was it one of the nets, was it? The stretch net?
Yeah. I think to be a fashion designer, especially when you're first starting out, it's really important. You have to be a jack of all trades. You have to sort of marry the business side of things with the artisticness of, designing products. The design part's probably more natural for me when you're dealing with fabrics. You just look at them and say, oh, that would look fantastic like this, or you just generally, when you look at the fabric, you can think about how it would fall properly or the designs that you would do out of it. But there's a lot more to it. You have to develop it. You can't always make gorgeous avant-garde pieces that won't sell. You always have to make them really as cheap as you possibly can, so then they're cheap for the consumer as well. Some manufacturers do the cut, make and trim themselves, so the trim is just like putting the tags on or sort of quality checks. My manufacturer just sews and presses, so I save a lot of money by cutting the garments myself.
How are you going?
Hello.
How's it been today?
Really well. We've sold really well. Been really busy.
I'm part of a store called Merge Clothing at the Colonnade. It was originally a concept store for new designers.
Hi, how are you going? Can I take those and put them in a table?
The events manager at the Colonnade came to our school and offered us the opportunity straight out of college. So 2 weeks after he graduated, we were in the store already.
Around my waist, so yeah.
Because it's supposed to sit like on an angle.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Yeah, they look great. We can pin that top bit down for you as well.
The public was really excited, so they got behind us, just really backed us from the beginning. Because my designs are really original with the particular, like an architecture style print, they sold very well right from the beginning. So I just decided then that, if this is what I was really going to do, I needed to put the money straight back into the business. So in 2 months now, we've got our 1-year anniversary. Apart from Merge, I also supply to 3 other stores. There's Vaga Girl and Angel Hearts in the city, and then there's Eros in Fremantle. How you usually get into the stores, you can just, what's called cold canvas, you can just walk in and show them your range. I studied a 3-year course at TAFE. The 3rd year is basically about your show, and you spend 6 months developing your final year range, which is then paraded. Our year was actually the first year to have a trade presentation as well, so that industry could come and see the work of the graduates. The industry here in Perth is really quite small and close-knit, so doing the work experience gets you a lot of contacts really quickly. We have people at Merge coming in from Sydney or Melbourne and just going, oh my goodness, do you supply anywhere over East? So we just have something that people over East don't offer. I keep a filing cabinet with each store's invoices separately. Also make a note in my diary when I expect those invoices to be paid. So that way you keep track and make sure that people are paying you on time.
She was so desperate for it and she just looked amazing in it.
The 2 main things you really want to do is wear your clothing and have business cards. I think wearing your clothing around, you're advertising the whole time. It's a free advertisement. Just like a separate order. I guess I've never aspired to be a Versace or anything like that, which is supplying all over the world. But then again, I never expected to be where I am now. So in that way, I've never dreamt of doing it, but I also realise it's possible. So in 5 years' time, I'd love to be supplying over East and just be respected in the industry.